Countdown initiated. 4, 3, 2.
Woo! It was way too loud in my headphones. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy. We got another Monday Live, and the hype train's going strong. This stuff's got me going, man. Woo! Let's just fix that. What is going on, friends? It's your boy DJ. Welcome to another Monday live stream. I've got the caramel macchiato iced. We rolling here as I'm sitting in my messy office yet again. Tasty. Cheers, Templars. Clink. How's your week going? I don't. This new playlist is hype, man. This is absolutely hype for me. 2, 3, 4. All right. So I got a poll going. Do you think DJs is this excited all the time? 60% says no. You'd be wrong. I'm usually pretty hyped. Usually. Combination of hyped, stressed, caffeinated, anxiety-ridden. But either way, the emotions are rolling high. Welcome to the live stream. If you're in the chat, say hi. If you're new here, what we do some by request donation stuff and reactions. We'll break down. We'll listen to some stuff together. We'll see what's going on. I hope you're well wherever you are. I hope you're kicking butt and taking names wherever you are. And Lena, you and I have to have a chat. Boom, boom, bubba, boom, 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 bada, boom, 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 boom. I forgot to type this to you in Discord, but I totally sent something your way, Lena. I totally sent something this afternoon. Apologies on how long it took me to get it done, but I'm going to send you something on Discord now, which is the tracking number, so you can follow that. This is when I give you the tracking number and you tell me I grossly misspelt your address or something, and it's not going to you at all. It's going to somebody else. That would just be terrible. Absolutely terrible. 42, the answer to everything. I think this is the number you need. Let's type this in. Oh my God, are my eyes that bad now, chat? This is a problem. I think we're officially at the point where I need to get glasses. There we go. There we go. Lena getting a package in the mail. I ain't no Harry Mac, but I shall do the tail. No, that's not at all gonna happen. Not at all gonna happen. Mods, I'm gonna send something out to you in a few days. Here, we gotta send some love out here. I'm not liking what I'm seeing in the world. I'm just thinking there's just too much anger and unpleasantness, so I'm gonna start sending stuff out. I figured, why the hell not? Let's do something fun. Dude, this track is sick, man. What is this? All right. It's called Don't Need Destiny. I'm doing the Stream Beats one from Mr. Harris Heller, someone I look up to and admire very much. Harris, there's no way you'll ever know who I am, but I like you. I like you. Yeah, do it up, Ansel. See if you can get it vertical too in a way, brother, and I'll throw it on stream. So I've been working a lot with this OBS software that I'm using, and I think I've almost got the vertical set up. You guys know my buddy Johnny Quest. He's been doing the vertical game pretty hardcore. I've just been really working at making Twin Riff Moto a thing. Guys, I'm super into that. Super into Twin Riff Moto. So make sure you're following that account. Come say hey. Come say hey. The poll officially ends at 50-50. Which is nuts. 50-50. You guys, this ain't an act. It's probably the mods. The mods saying no. He doesn't get that happy. He does not. Barton, good to see you, brother. Let's do our shout outs. We got some housekeeping on the way, so let's get that. Ansel Barton, Mr. Bill Stern, Mr. James Bond, and Lena. Good to see you all in the chat right now. And we've had no subs while offline. Well, there you go. Pretty much the first time ever. But even still. Thank you so much, Mr. James Bond. Let's take a look there. Oh, you got to put the @ symbol in, brother. @ just beforehand. So I think it's more like this. Let's see if that works there. Yeah, YouTube's weird with how they do their... There we go. Ta-doom, boom, ba. We got up to 41 subscribers over there. How's the Instagram doing? Let's take a look-see. Let's take a look-see, shall we? Let's take a look-see. Here we go. So you guys can see we've got the 41 subscribers and 39 videos. That's doing pretty nice. Over here on the Instagram. Whoa, dude. Dude, sick. Make sure you guys follow that account for me, 200 Moto. I changed the profile picture today. I was just feeling in the mood to change something up. You got your POVs. I guess you can't watch unless you're logged into Instagram. Crazy. Follow this. If you're not subscribed already to Twin Riff Moto, go ahead and drop me a sub. Need to get that guy up there. 1,000 subs is the goal, but first we're going to do 50. I was thinking about doing some giveaways. That's actually something I was curious about asking you guys. I was thinking about doing YouTube giveaways for subs after a certain point. How do you guys feel about that? I'm not feeling this track, though, so we're going to skip this one. There we go. What do you guys think? Should I do some YouTube giveaways? They're not 360s in this case. It's done mostly with the GoPro. This GoPro right here, actually. This guy. It's GoPro Hero 13 Black. You actually see I need to clean it. There's some dead bugs on it right there, which is hilarious. And I'm using the ultra-wide lens right now because I was doing some moto settings. Tomorrow morning, I hope to get out there and do some content for the Instagram. And then I got my sweet editing rig right here, guys. Really stoked. I got a lot on my plate right now, and I'm feeling a little anxiety ridden on it because there's a lot of stuff going on. So I don't know if you guys ever experienced that. You just feel like there's so much to do that you're not really making any kind of headway. It's a thing for me right now in the moment. It's just the time of year too. At the Academy, this is the time of year where everybody comes back from their summer holidays and whatnot. So because of that, we got just an influx, like a tidal wave of people calling to reschedule and limited spots and stuff like that. We lost the teacher in the last week, so I'm just kind of picking up the slack there. I've kind of low-key decided to not hire another teacher in the meantime, and your boy's just going to go do all the work. It's just what kind of needs to happen for a multitude of reasons at the Academy, but we can get into those another time. Getting those another time. Lena, I'm excited for you to get your present in the mail. Ansel, dude, if I could figure out a way to send you a guitar, brother, I would take care of you. I would take care of you. But every time I've looked into it in the past, shout out to Heather. Rest in peace, Heather. She was a member of the channel who passed away on us a couple years ago. But Heather was a big fan of the channel. She was super cool, and I thought about sending her a guitar or something. Just couldn't make it work with the logistics, man. It's a nightmare. This is a banger. Mr. Bill Sturm, this is our warning that in only a month or so, that zombie game should be off beta version or whatever, off demo. We should be able to get the full one. You and I are both playing that game. I'm really excited. And a new Metal Gear Solid, well, a remaster of Metal Gear Solid 3. I think they're calling it Delta. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I think they're calling it Delta. That's gonna be coming out on August 28th. And if anyone's interested, Janelle's birthday is August 25, so make sure you're saying happy birthday to her. Lena, with any luck, it'll be one of the first things you get in the mail that isn't a bill. Oh. Welcome to the world of adulthood, Lena, where you don't want to check the mail because you don't want to get any more bills. Or the first time I moved out, there was so much month at the end of my money. You guys ever experienced that, chat? So much month at the end of the money. It's a thing. It is a righteous thing. I always look at Bill, who's one of our oldest Templars. And I feel like he would get what I'm saying about that. I know James and I talk about it all the time. I always text James. I'll let you guys in on a little secret. I always text James when I go grocery shopping every week. And I text him a picture of my shopping cart. And I go, let's guess how much this is going to be. Because the cost of food in Canada has just become... It's just become disgusting, to be honest. It's just absolutely horrific. So there's that. What's going on? Okay, I gotta... There we go. Chat froze on me on my side. Singing a Dimash song? I gotta get back into it. So I've been doing something different with the reactions, guys. I've really been studying how videos work with the algorithm and stuff on YouTube. I have 2 ready to go. They're just in the processing mode right now, and I'm just letting them sit there, because apparently you're supposed to let them sit for a day or 2. Nani, what's up? 450 on Kurt. Good God. Oh my God. That's where we're at now. It's pretty egregious, really. It's pretty disgusting. Like, really, let's be real. The cost of living now is just asinine to me. I just don't comprehend it at all. But, oi. Summer is kind of coming to an end, so the academy's always slower at summer. Stresses me the hell out. But I got some pretty big plans for this year coming up. And I say this year in the terms of like September to June. It's kind of like my academy year. We'll do another Christmas recital again. So that's... Oh, it reminds me. I got to call their hall rental. Get on that now. Loving this. We're going to see a lot of things happen in the next coming weeks. Especially in the off season for motorcycling. You guys are going to see the Viper Chicken coming back hardcore. Make sure you're following that. Make sure you're following the Twitch. Make sure you're following the... Well, there's no YouTube because it's my YouTube. But, like, follow all that stuff because that's going to be coming soon. We're going to be rolling back on that. Lots of games coming in this off season. Lots of game videos. Lots of Instagram stuff. Make sure you're following Twin Riff Moto because I'm going to be doing some giveaways over on the YouTube channel. Lots to consider. Lots to consider. I am drinking an iced caramel macchiato from Starbucks. Shout out to Starbucks. I mean, you guys don't need a shout out from me, but shout out to Starbucks. Tasting pretty good. Just felt like I needed to pick me up today. I've been really trying to get up a lot earlier than I'm typically used to for the last 20 years of my life. So I found it difficult to switch my internal clock. I honestly don't know how Bill did it, because if you guys don't know, Bill often was traveling for work for a while, so he'd be crossing time zones all the time. I don't know how Bill did it for as long as he did it. Yeah, until so that's coming up in probably next week, I hope. I do plan to run through Metal Gear Solid again so that we can all do Metal Gear Solid Delta together. Pretty excited about that one. That's technically a remake of number 3, so I'm hoping if I start next week-ish, we should be able to get through a lot of them. Really hoping, Antle, because I had a lot of fun doing those game streams with you guys, and I want to make it a thing. I really do want to make it a thing, but if I'm being totally honest, with you guys. I've seen what my teaching schedule is going to be starting September, and I'm really worried about like overdoing it. Like I'm hesitant to use the word burnout because I feel like that was just a trigger word for. I'm just gonna info dump on you guys here, but like I'm worried about it. Worried about it because I experienced it about a month ago or so, or just shortly, maybe it was longer, before I did the Office video, and a little worried. That's why the off season will be cool because I won't make Twin Riff Moto a priority per se because I can't ride my bike in the off season. And off season is like second week of October. You're pushing it, at least for me. There's other people that ride all year round, and I just can't believe it. Just can't believe it. So I've been on this fitness journey. I don't know if you guys have followed any of that because I haven't really talked about it, but I've been on a pretty serious fitness journey for the last couple months. Since about early June, maybe mid-June. I've been pretty aggressively on it. So yeah, that's kind of taken a priority, but it's been a thing, friends. So that'll be neat. It's easier to do the video game stuff in the off season, Antle. I kind of went off on a tangent, but yeah, that's coming, man. And I think like I said, as of October, when my schedule is pretty locked in, typically what happens is after summer, people will come back in my industry anyway, and they'll come back and they'll like be suggesting times or whatever to get them into it. And then what happens is by October, their school and extracurriculars are locked in and they can maneuver with us because we tend to be quite flexible because I felt like that's the best way to keep your customers is to be flexible. And some other music academies are quite rigid, quite stringent. So we've just remained flexible and it's worked for us for the last 10 years. Actually, I think we have a pretty good reputation for it, which is neat. So once that's locked in, then I'll just game all morning with you guys. Nah, Barton, that's the mistake a lot of academies make when they open. They absolutely don't work like that, and it typically runs on school schedule. So people will be like, well, we're off, then we're off. So that's also the secret reason why I stopped opening on Mondays, and we just made Monday to close, because Monday was always a stat. Like at least in Canada, at least one Monday every month is a stat for some reason, or there's one stat every month. And because of that, we just stopped opening on Mondays, and it gave me an extra admin day, which made way to these live streams. And it also gave me a day to have to do errands for like the bank or whatever I have to do for business and be open on a business day. And then it also just gave me a day to chill, which I didn't realize I needed until I had it. It's really crazy. It is really, really crazy. Now, Antal, I loved doing it, man. My dream would be that, like the cost of living in Canada is getting so dangerous that, like, you gotta work. And I wish I didn't have to. Like, I wish I could find a way to make this the living. But it's, dude, it's scary, man. It's really scary. I think James and I were talking about cost of housing earlier today, and I'm like, buddy, it is a nightmare out there right now. Like a nightmare. I can't imagine what it's like if you live in my area of the country. Well, really any area of the country, but like if you live in my area of the country and your lease is coming up, if you're not on like a month to month, I can't imagine what that must do to your anxiety and stress. Because, dude. Like, Lena, you recently moved out. Did you find it hella expensive? Well, I guess if you're living at home and your overhead cost wasn't anything, I guess going from $0 to $5 is going to be expensive by argument. But, like, it's a thing, man. So gas is the thing that I've never been able to explain, because we do it per liter and I think you guys do it per gallon. So that's where I feel embarrassed, because Bill specifically Bill. I think James did once too, but I know Bill talked to me for like 20 minutes about it and explained it to me, and I still don't comprehend it. But we're doing cost per liter at right about $2. So I don't know what that means for American. Let me actually make sure. Because that would be... We're like $1.55 a liter. What does that mean for... Yeah, so I'm $1.50 a liter right now. So that says it's like 41 cents a US gallon. I don't know how you do that conversion. This is where I've always gotten confused. Despite the fact people like Bill and James explaining it to me 150 times. And knowing my mods are probably going to text me with another answer, and I'll forget it. It's just nothing it's just not something that's stuck. Oh, like get help with things like your rent and your utilities and stuff. I would imagine there's also services that help you get set up, right? Because like, especially if it's your first time moving out, having disabilities or not, if it's your first time ever moving out, it can be confusing how to set up utilities or set up your internet or like insurance or whatever. I would imagine it's I would imagine that's like just confusing regardless. And then an extra step if, like you said, you have disabilities, then Barton, do you guys do your gas over there by the liter as well, or are you gallons? It's yeah, it can be a lot. Lena, I feel you though. It can be a lot. I just remember the first time I moved out and just the overwhelming tidal wave of, like I said at the beginning of the stream, like too much month at the end of my money. I just felt like that was, oh, and then trying to navigate living on my own and going to school while working, and then just what? And I wanted to be in a band, so of course my band's rehearsing 2 or 3 times a week at the time. Just a nightmare. Just an utter nightmare of tasks and things and stuff I have to do, and just ridiculous, man. Now I feel I've got a good manage on how much stuff I have to do. He laughed, wondering if the chat knew that was sarcastic. Oh my god. There's always so much to do. And Lena, let me give you a piece of advice. You know what never ends now that you live on your own? You know what never ends? Dishes and laundry. It just never stops. Like, it just never, they never stop. Dishes and laundry. Unbelievable. So yeah. Right? Dishes and laundry. Dishes and laundry. It just never freaking stops, dude. My god. We actually, like, we had a system going for a while, Janelle and I did, just to mitigate it, and just still dishes and laundry. But I digress. That's just life. What I hate is like the wedding tax. You know what I mean? So like if I go and buy flowers, it's significantly cheaper if I don't say it's for my wedding. But once you say it's for your wedding, you just get this outrageous price. Well, thank you, Ansel, you sweetheart of a human. Thank you. I found the same with like utilities. So like, oh, I just watched my camera go. I watched it go in real time. I watched it go in real time, and I saw something I didn't like. Which is crazy. Oh, did it just go twice? Yeah, now it's disconnected. Well, there we go. Whoa, that's crazy. I saw the... Hey, mods, we should talk later. I saw the... What's this say? Yeah, so I saw my buffer rate change. Like, CPU usage went up. It did go up a lot. It went from 3% to 7%, and then the camera died. So there's got to be something up with the driver or something. I should really, really get to the end of this. Really, really should. Should figure this out. James Bond. And the camera went again. Did you see that, chat? Wow. You know what? I wonder, you know, Antle did a super chat and it went, and then James did the super chat. Thank you, James. And it went again. I wonder if the super chats are triggering something. I wonder. Because that would be interesting. I'm currently using Streamlabs for the YouTube portion of this, and then we switched to OBS straight up. For when we're on Twitch. I'm thinking about just going OBS for it all. The issue is a login issue with this because I have the settings set for YouTube, and like if I log into OBS, it'll be Twitch specific, and I have to re-switch the stream thing. But I wonder, and I have to make a pretty tough decision here fairly quick. Although not really. You see, I wanna make streaming a thing, and every time I talk to Kev. You guys know Kev, big friend of the channel, singer of Alluvial. He's a sweetheart of a human. Love you, Kev. And shout out for all the help you've given me in the streaming thing, dude. Seriously, I don't know if you ever would see this, Kev, but you've been... Every time I have a question, you've talked to me as if I'm another human being, not that I am some peon by which is lower than you. And I do appreciate that, because, my God, I've spoken to a lot of people that are dicks. And recently, too. You know, while I'm on it, shout out to Jacob Restituto, who like jumped into my switching the office video and was willing to be a part of that humorously. And when I presented the idea to him, was like stopped. You guys saw it. He plays bass and then like sees that I'm phoning him or whatever. He just hangs up. Like, and he's like, "Oh, DJ Temple," he hangs up. Like he was in the middle of doing something and he stopped to come and be in that video, to shoot that for me. What a sweetheart. But anyway, I digress. I'm talking about cameras, and I think I want to buy an SLR that's solely for the purpose of shooting this. See, I do have the Canon right here. You can't see it because it's off screen. I do have the Canon, but it's perfect for the reaction videos and exactly where it is. And I want to take this and move it to my here for teaching online. But like, the problem is I don't really want to spend any more money in this room. I don't really want to. You know what I mean? We're just talking about cost of living, and like, shit's expensive, man. Like, really expensive. If you watch the Office video, which please do because it's monetized without a copyright strike. So the more views, that would be awesome. But like, I spent so much freaking money, man. It is paying off. You guys don't see a lot of it in mods. I share a lot with the mods for what I'm working on because, frankly, they text me and go, "What are you working on?" But the editing side of this is unbelievable. But I want to get a dedicated camera, and I also need to find a local guy that's really good at PC computer stuff to help me take a look at this. What do you call it? This custom PC that's also right here you can't see because it doesn't function right either because the person that put it together for me was an idiot. So I just want to make sure it was done right. This is a whole thing. Yeah, Jacob Restituto, shout out to that guy, and Kev. Both of them are in East Coast time zones, though. That's why we don't see them much in the chat, I'm sure. I'm sure they would jump in here right away, but they got their own streams going on. I think Jacob's starting a business or something. I don't actually know what he's working on. But, you know, he answers my messages if I text him or call him, so he's a sweetheart. Shout out to that guy. What do we got here? What do we got here? All right. So we still have the 2 freebies up for grabs, I believe. Mr. Bill Sturm has put in 2. He's got his in there, and Antel's got his 2 in there. We're up to 4 currently. Yeah, I don't know. Let's look in on Jacob together. What is Jacob doing? You know what? He's released a video that's kind of important. Let's take a look at this together. I'm going to pause the music here because this is kind of important. The title is Stop Stressing Over Every Detail When Releasing Music. Let's watch this together, chat.
I just released a song with an error in the title. There's a misspelling. It's just wrong. And I'm laughing because it reminded me, and one of the reasons I want to film this video is it reminded me of myself 12, 13 years ago when I first started releasing music, that I was so stressed about every little detail being perfect.
Right.
There are no spelling titles. Even down to the fact of like, is the capitalization, does it look right? Like, for example, I know it might not be grammatically correct to capitalize this word right here in the middle of the sentence, but does it look better capitalized or not capitalized? Or is it on Spotify before it's on Apple Music? That's a problem. Like what? But I was so stressed about every little detail that looking back in hindsight, it really kind of took the joy out of releasing music. And now I realize many years later that if it's a good song, people will find it. And if it really doesn't matter, if all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, I used to think that if I didn't have everything perfect, and maybe this is a little bit of OCD in me, that if everything was perfect, then it was all going to come crumbling down, it was all going to fail, and I was not going to get where I wanted to go. And I thought also on the opposite, that if I had all my T's crossed and my I's dotted, then that would help me get to the next level. And while it maybe was true, there was some sort of professionalism to it, I don't think it was worth the joy that it stole out of my producing the work and releasing the work. It should have been an exciting time, not a stressful worry-filled time. And
this is important because oh my god, my flipping camera again. Good god, guys. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand. It's because last week we had no problems, and that's why the universe has to get me back. He's talking about like the joy being taken away, and that's important to talk about. But like, This is why people give it to teams. Like, this is the plight. What Jacob's talking about is the plight of the independent musician, right? My band is no different. Like, I often talk about it, as cocky as this is to say that my band is lucky to have a dude like me that just does it all, because the 3 other dudes in my band get the chance to sit back and enjoy the release. They don't have to book the interviews, pay the agents, deal with the PR, answer the emails. They really just get to, after they've tracked it, which is slang term for recording, after they did that, they just get to enjoy the release. I sadly don't. It's a thing. But like, he's talking about like stressing over the title of the thing. Should the thing be capitalized? Should releases on Apple Music first? Is it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Yeah. I get you. I get what he's talking about.
What I also realized over time is that things that weren't necessarily perfect because maybe I made a mistake or I didn't realize that they weren't perfect, it didn't matter. You know, some of the best songs that I did so well on Spotify for me, like comparatively, are the ones that I listen back and be like, really, like the production on this is not nearly anywhere near, for example, this production. Or even so, I've taken songs and reproduced them where like I've redone the mix, and like still the one that is the worst mix in my eyes is the one that has close to 1 million streams on Spotify, right?
I would have said worst mix in your ears, not your eyes. 1 million streams, like what? There's no way. Does he actually? Restituto. Jacob Restituto. Holy shit, he does. Wow. Well, this is where, like, as a homie, Jacob, as a homie, I would tell you that it looks like, based on the cover, that these are all from the same record, right? So if you have such a gap in disparity where one of your tracks is 14,000, another one is 2,000, that's already a huge disparity. My camera went again. Jesus Christ. It's going to be one of those nights, everybody. Shout out if you're still with me. We good now? Yeah, it's going to go again. Jesus. Yes, I'm also the manager, Antel. It's fun. But like, this is a huge disparity already, 2,500 to 14,000, let alone your next one is almost, well, it's more than 20 times. Is my math wrong there? It's more than 30 times your next closest hit, right? Like, even if we look at everything you've ever done, it's more than 10 times this one. So that means you did something right here, and you should reverse engineer your analytics on this. 100 million%. That's what you need to do. Kaya Maxi, welcome. Like, that kind of speaks to the responsibility of the artist as well. That's the professionalism aspect of responsibility. Something you did on I Need the Sun to Break worked. Something you did. Maybe it was the marketing, maybe it was the video, maybe it was the playthrough, maybe it was a lyric video, maybe it was the track itself making it to a playlist. Either way, you hit something right, and you should reverse engineer it. This is why people make a comment that, like, Taylor Swift songs sound the same or something, right? Like, that's why. That's absolutely why. I digress, though. Let's keep this ball rolling and keep talking about my homie Jacob.
I just don't get it sometimes, and I realize now it's not necessarily about having everything perfect and polished and the perfect, release package. While it, again, you don't want to be sloppy, because there's mistakes and sloppiness, like unintentional and unnecessary mistakes and sloppiness. bring the joy back to releasing music, man. Like, just like, remember that time when like you'd be like, hey mom, hey dad, hey friend, check out this song, and like you just show them the song, whether it be the recording, whether you weren't stressed about every. I mean, I guess I was a little bit stressed about it, like every detail being perfect. Like I wanted, when I send somebody a file, I'm like, okay, I want the title to be perfect so that when they get the first impression of the song. And it's not true. It's not necessary. If it's a good song, that's all that matters. Focus on actually making a good song, and everything else will fall into place. It's the truth. Trust me. I've done it. I've released a lot of music, and I just realized that I had every I dotted and every T crossed, and it didn't necessarily get me where I wanted to go. It was more in the music and in the relationships, even more than anything, creating relationships in the music industry that got me more of where I wanted to go. And I'm still not totally there yet, and it's a journey, and that's why in hindsight, I kind of wish I enjoyed the process a little more of releasing rather than stressed about it. But all that being said, is I got a text from my sister asking, "Hey, was this intentional or was this a spelling mistake?" Turns out I recently released a song with a spelling mistake in the title, and it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music, it's on everywhere with a spelling mistake. That being said, I didn't even notice. I didn't notice. Spotify, I guess, didn't notice because it started pushing it out to other people, and people had texted me being like, "Wow, they're enjoying the song." And they didn't notice unless they were, too embarrassed for me to say anything.
This is also important. There's a really great Devin Townsend song called Jular. It's spelled J-U-L. No, is it J-U-U-L-A-A-R? Or yeah, I think it's J-U-U-L-A-R, and it's a typo. The song was supposed to be called Jugular, and he forgot to type the letter G in his mastering export, and he just left it.
But nobody noticed, and except for my sister, like 3 weeks after the release too,
Yeah.
which I found interesting. Like nobody cared, nobody noticed. I don't know. But the point is, it didn't affect the release of the song. It didn't affect the streaming of the song. It didn't affect anything. I was a little like, I thought it was hysterical actually. Like, wow, that's silly. But like, whatever. It is what it is. Take the pressure off. That being said, I want to show you how easy it is to change something like that. Like you could change the album cover. You could change anything. And it's not stressful. Take a deep breath. Enjoy the process of releasing music. You are so privileged in the fact that you get to release music. So many people would love that opportunity, and for whatever reason, they don't have that opportunity, whether it be time, whether it be finances.
Yeah, he's talking about changing it in post. So it's already uploaded, and he went to his distributor. Likely, I think Jacob uses DistroKid. So he likely just logs into his DistroKid and changes the title, and they amend it later. I've done that in my band before. We've changed the people involved with the record, etc. So that's what he's talking about.
Whatever the case may be, you are blessed with the opportunity that you get to release music. So enjoy it. Treat it like a blessing, not a curse. So let me just show you real quickly how easy it is. I'm in my DistroKid.
Hey, I called it. Oh, I called it.
If you don't have DistroKid, I highly recommend it's the distribution service. They are incredibly great with service. Like if there's something that needs to go, like that's something that wants.
So essentially, what we've got going on here on the screen is he's logged into his dashboard. The idea is he's uploaded a song, and these are all the services that the song is available on now, and likely also the copyright services. So if somebody uploads it to YouTube or something without his permission, I can see the TikTok logo here. So he likely submitted it to TikTok to be part of the Creator Fund. A bonus of being American, Canadians are not involved in the TikTok Creator Fund. So it's likely that he that's what's going on. I see things like Tidal and Apple Music and some I don't recognize. Actually, quite a few I don't recognize. Spotify's got to be on here, but I don't see it. There's Instagram. So I wonder, does that mean if I go to look at Instagram right now and I want to add music to something, is Jacob part of it? Okay, let's add, and I'm going to search Jacob Restituto. Why is this name difficult for me to spell? Restituto. Search. Well, he doesn't come up on my side. Could be anything really, though. So that's what he's got going on here.
and wrong, you can email support. They get back to you really quickly. But also just you got to keep 100% of your royalties when you release music, which was not the case with other companies when I first signed up. There was splits and they took some of the royalties, or you had to pay these pretty expensive yearly fees. But this is you release unlimited music for one flat fee. I highly recommend them. Is how I release my music. And
flat fee is about $200 a year, I think.
Always at the forefront of the industry. But that being said, let's talk about how to edit something. That also being said, if you're interested in signing up for your first year, there's a link down below. But let's go to...
That's an affiliate link, so he's probably getting a cut for it.
Hello. Obviously, you can see here it's supposed to be hello in heaven. But it's hello in heaven. Again, it released, 11 days ago? Okay, 2 weeks ago. Let's just show you how easy it is to edit it. So it takes you pretty much to the release page. It's super simple. You could change the album cover if you wanted to. And here we go. Boom. It's fixed. All the things. So it's going to now submit it. It's going to want to make sure, hey, are you sure you want to do all these things? Yes, the answer is yes. And boom. Thanks for that. It's literally that simple. In fact, now that I'm in here, let me just go. I think there's another song that I released years ago that I just never. I know that there was a title like misspelled title. It was either the title or the. See, as you can see, I've released quite a bit of music. It was called "Piece from the Pieces," and which one is it? It's right around here. There was a mistake somewhere in here. I don't know where. I don't even know where the song is. But the point is, it didn't really matter.
He's got a single called "Don't Be a Karen." Jacob, I just love you that much more now, buddy. I just love you that much more.
Didn't affect anything. Whatever. I'll look for it later. But again, my point. It's super. You can always change things. Look, I also used to get stressed about, what if I release it and it's not like I want to change something out. You could always release another version of the song. You could always release a 2.0. You could always take it down and look. You would lose the streams and stuff, but think long term. I used to think in the day to day that if this one thing happened, then it would change my career. But it's really not true. It's all these building blocks that would lead to the next thing. Take a deep breath. Take the stress out and realize that nothing is so important, and just enjoy the process of releasing music. And if you make a mistake, you could 99% of the time just fix it. And honestly, sometimes the best mistakes are the ones that people really enjoy.
Okay. He's not really doing reactions at all anymore, is he? Seems to really, really, really have gotten out of it. Things I thought mattered when I first started my music career. Okay. This would be interesting because I would argue some of these. So let's check this out, team.
We're talking about 8 things that I thought really mattered when I first started my music career, and now that I've been...
Why is the Auto 720? What the hell's going on with that?
Today
crap?
we're talking about 8 things that I thought really mattered when I first started my music career, and now that I've been doing this for over a decade, I realized that they don't actually matter as much as I thought. Another thing to add is the fact that I've been doing this for over a decade. It blows my mind. It feels like just yesterday I was starting out, dropping out of college to start music, and time really does fly. So if you're just starting out, time flies, man. Make the most because time flies. First thing I want to talk about is spending too much time on the album cover. If you're doing the album cover as a creative exercise, like you're enjoying it, it's fun, that's like it's something you want to be creative about and kind of go above and beyond, and that's totally cool. If it's like a creative exercise, like you want to use it as a creative outlet is a better word, I think. But if you're thinking that that's going to be what people then choose to listen to and not listen to your song, it's not going to make a difference. Maybe 1 out of 100. But I don't even know if it's that much, because it's not 1987 anymore where, our parents are going to the or the 70s or whatever the case would be, where our parents are going to the record store and they're buying, looking through, this album looks cool, wow.
I mean, he's right to a degree. In the heavy metal world that I'm in, vinyls made a massive comeback and covers are a huge thing. Huge thing.
List on the back and you're looking through all the photos and stuff. No. people are putting Spotify on and shuffle, or like, you know, they're playing something on YouTube and then the autoplay comes on. Like, people aren't picking songs because of the album cover. Now, YouTube thumbnails are a different story. Like, if you have a music video, the YouTube thumbnail is a totally different story.
Right.
But album covers, I would not stress over like people are gonna listen to or not listen to, or honestly even choose a song. I think that song titles, honestly, have a lot more to do with when people click on a song rather than actually the album cover. And I think that that's number two. Is, well, I don't think anything is worth overthinking, and a lot of this has to do with overthinking. But all these points, because I think that we put too much pressure on certain things. There is one area I think maybe we don't put enough pressure on sometimes, and that could be, again, song titles. I think that that is really important to just consider. Like, sometimes we, you know, try to be a little too creative with the song title, or a little too obscure, or maybe like it could be a little bit more specific. And I just think the song title is an underrated idea of like essentially a catch or a hook, almost like an Instagram caption. What makes people stop scrolling, right? In the sense of like, you have 12 songs, you know.
That's another thing that's huge in the creator space, especially those. TikTok launched so many careers, so the problem with that is so much so that just a 10-second bite onto TikTok or Instagram is how people are actually writing entire songs now. It's a thing. That's a thing. All right, guys, we're fixing to make that switch over anyway. Let's get this music back, though, eh? Wait, did I just press play on Jake? No, I didn't. All right. I'm going to get DMCA'd. Jacob copyright strikes me. Can you imagine the irony? The irony. We're going to make that jump over to Twitch. You guys know the drill. The thing will come up. Mods will put it in the chat, the link, all that stuff. I'll see you guys over on Twitch. It might take me a sec because I think I'm going to reboot this computer. I don't like what's going on. I don't like it. I'll see you guys over there. Watch it go.